Hey guys, so today I'm actually going to be doing the Google Picks My Makeup challenge, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically where you go to the Google Images on your phone or your laptop browser or however you use the internet on your phone, and then you type in your initials. So for me that is CC, and then you type look, and you just go to the first picture that Google Images pulls up, and this is the first image that pops up. So as you can see, I have a lot of pinks, a lot of like light dusty pinks, a few blacks in there as far as like clothing goes, darker warm skin person. Then I have some greens. A lot of it's very neutral though, so I'm just looking at both my palettes, and I think I'm going to focus on, it's a hard decision, well, like there's at least 4 items in here with pink, so I should probably use something with pink, but then I think I'm actually going to go in with like a brown, which my BH Cosmetics palette doesn't have, that at least one that I want to use, because they have like a copper shade but not brown. So then I think I'm going to go into my Modern Renaissance palette. I don't know why I looked, I know this one by name. The Cypress Umber right here. And I think I'm just going to start putting that in the crease for a dramatic look. I'm just going to go in with this brush right here. And just so you know, I have tape on already, so I'm sure you'll see a glare of it. It's just to make sure I have a nice tight like line. I don't have to waste a makeup wipe hopefully for it. So I'm just taking some light dabbing motions and bringing that up to the crease and bringing it back down. Kind of makes a V for itself. Just tapping that right there. And then I'm going to take my blender brush and I'm going to lightly blend out the edges. This is actually a little too big, so I'm going to go in with this little tiny baby pencil brush that's kind of flared out, just because I do want a more concentrated blend on the outer corner anyways than I do the rest of the lid. I'm gonna take this Anastasia Beverly Hills brush, which is actually one that came with this palette, and I'm gonna take this end, not the fluffy end, but the dense flat brush, and just blend that into the crease and out. And then I'm actually gonna go in with this brush with the brown that I used earlier and just put that in the crease with this brush, so it already kind of fades itself out. Whew. Talk about a light and fluffy look. Go back in with that pencil brush and just blend till your heart can't blend no more. Okay, now that I've got that nice and blended out to what I'm liking, I'm actually going to take that small, actually I'm not, I'm going to take a really thin brush. I'm going to go in with this one. It's a little tiny brush, and I'm going to go back in with that same brown shade, but I'm actually going to bring it a little farther into the crease just because I want to darken and deepen that up. And then I'm going to go in with that clean, fluffy blending brush and smoke that out. So far, so good. I'm really liking how this is playing out. So now I'm actually going to take my concealer and I'm going to do a cut crease. And I actually am not going to use the brush that I did have pulled out for this. I'm going to use this brush, which is kind of dirty, so let me just get that color off. Okay, there we go. And I'm just gonna put some on the back of my hand real quick. Ooh, or I guess a lot. And I'm just gonna take this little tiny brush. I almost wish I had something smaller that was clean. I'll just do it with this one. Ah! Almost broke my palette. I'm gonna do it with this one actually instead. It's already been cleaned. And I'm just gonna take a tiny bit of concealer on both sides of my brush. I noticed that not a lot of beauty gurus coat both sides of their brush. I like to do that to keep like any loose stray hairs down, but that's just me personally. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and carve my crease where I think it would look the best. Okay, so I'm usually not, I don't usually do a cut crease, but I am actually really proud of the way this one turned out. And then I'm just going to take this flat brush and I'm going to go in with this pink right here. I hope you guys can see it. Because I don't want a sparkly pink and the other ones are sparkly. And then I'm just going to go in on my concealer. Hope for the best. Definitely pigmented, but I think it's the wrong kind of pigmentation that I was going for. I think I wanted a lighter pink, and I'm just gonna go into the lighter pink real quick, see if I can lighten that up a little bit more. I don't know, guys. I don't think I like this one. This look. I'm not a big fan of it. It's not, I don't know. Maybe it'll grow on me. I think maybe if I darken up the outer corner a little bit more with some of that brown, that I'll like it a little bit more, because it's such like a drastic change between the baby pink and the brown. or the pink. I don't think it's baby pink. You know, now that I've added that little bit of like oomph to it, I kind of do like it a little bit more. And then I'm just gonna go back in and add a little to the crease right there, and then blend it out. Ah! I got concealer on my brush. Oh no. Ugh. Okay, there we go. All cleaned up. And then I'm just gonna go back in and blend that out real quick. You know, it's kind of growing on me a little. Alright, well, I'm gonna go and do the other eye off camera, and then I'll be back. I'll probably have eyeliner and mascara on, but then we'll move on to the face. So I'll see you in a minute. Hey guys, so I'm back, and as you can see, a lot has changed on my face. I now have 2 eyes done, and I actually have eyeliner on, which is definitely something to be pointed out because I absolutely hate wearing eyeliner and going through the efforts of trying to wear eyeliner. So that's kind of nice, I guess. I really think it completed this look though. It definitely is something more, like, it just needed it. It couldn't really be a good finished look without it. So yeah. Anyways, now I'm going to apply concealer under both eyes with a brush, and then I'm going to blend it out with a beauty blender. Alright, so now that that's all blended out, I'm actually going to take some more just on the back of my hand with my brush and cover up my chin. And I actually use a lot of concealer on my face, excuse me, more than foundation, just because that's what covers, and then I usually will go over with a foundation, because obviously concealer is meant to conceal, and it's gonna hide more blemishes or whatever marks you want to cover more than just a foundation would. And I usually tend not to like to wear foundation on my chin anyways, just because I end up often being very oily there. If I'm oily anywhere, that's where I get oily. So I tend not to like to wear that anywhere near my chin. And then I'm actually gonna conceal on my neck because I have like bug marks, like bug bites, like mosquitoes, because I've been out in my backyard having a fire the last like 2 weeks. And that's apparently where they like to bite. for some unknown reason. So, yeah. Just gonna cover those up real quick. Alright, and now that that's done, I'm going to use, oh, by the way, for my concealer, I did the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro Total Coverage Concealer. And then I'm going to use the LA Girl Pro Matte HD High Definition Long Wear Matte Foundation. So far I've been really liking this. It definitely is more of a liquidier concentration. And I'm actually, my makeup is right here. I don't know if you'll be able to see it in the footage or not, but I'm actually going to mix in a little bit my Wet n Wild because it's almost a little too light for me. And this one will kind of balance it out. Plus it's a little pink. And this is, Wet n Wild is yellow based, or at least my shade is anyways. And I'm just going to like mix those together and hopefully get a nice color that I like for my face. I tend not to like put foundation on multiple sides of my face at the same time, just because I'm afraid that it's gonna set. But I've worked with these foundations enough to know that it's not gonna be like the most like total coverage foundation, which is fine with me. I just like to get the basics. The rest I usually cover with concealer. So that's just me personally. I'm not looking for the most fullest coverage foundation, because if I was looking for that, in my opinion, I would just probably use a concealer as a foundation. So, yeah. Like how this base is looking. Seems like I got everything covered. So I'm just gonna take my big huge fan brush and my LA Girl Pro Face HD High Definition Matte Pressed Powder, and I'm just gonna set my face. So, I don't usually bake either, but I am gonna bake, and I know that most of the time when people are baking, they bake with a loose powder. I don't like to. It's messy, and I've never owned one, and so I don't really know what it's like, so I just bake with a regular powder, just to lock in everything. I don't know if other beauty gurus do this, but this is my version of baking since I don't have access to pressed, or not pressed, but loose powders. It's not something I have just access to because I don't have a lot of money. So this is how I bake if I really, really need it and I really need this look to stay on. And then I have one more area that I'm going to bake, which is actually going to be my forehead. and done with the baking. So now, I know a lot didn't stick like a loose powder would, but just to make sure, I just want to brush off any excess. I don't actually bake, I just like to set my makeup, make it look as good and as flawless as I can, just so that it looks, I guess, as good as it could. So now that I've gotten my base on and I've gotten all that, I'm actually going to jump right into bronzing. And I'm going to bronze with this brush. This looks like a nice. I love the smell of my bronzer. It's amazing. I would never change my bronzer. Probably just because I can't afford it, but because I love the smell of it too. Tap off the excess. And just right in that where your hollows would be. I don't really have them. Just because I'm not some like super skinny or defined faced kind of person, so I gotta fake it till I make it. And then I almost always, without a doubt, put on way too much. So then I just go back in with my powder brush and blend it out. Because blending is your best friend. And sometimes, actually, if I'm looking for a more blown out bronze, I'll actually go in with my powder brush and do it with my powder brush. Because my other one is dirty right now and I haven't been able to clean my brushes, so I probably should do that though. That'd be an interesting video. I'm sure some of you would like to watch it. And as you can see, that totally makes a difference in the face. The problem if you bronze with your powder brush though is taking your bronzer away is more difficult because you just have to apply more face makeup, more like whatever your skin tone powder is, to blend it out, which I guess isn't always the greatest because then you end up using more product than you were planning on using, but for me it's kind of worth it. Anyways, I really like this bronzer. I think it's really pretty. Definitely something I need to get used to using for sure. So that's one thing. And then I was actually going to be using I was going to do highlighter next, but I'm actually going to use I'm going to do blush real quick. And I'm going to apply that with this brush. And I actually really love this blush, words. It's by Essence Cosmetics, and it's the number 20 baby doll, and I really like it. It's like the perfect like pink for my face, but you have to be careful because you can definitely apply way too much if you're not being careful. So make sure you are monitoring how much you use. Not trying to block the camera, I just can't see. So I hope you can see what I'm doing without me blocking it. And then I'm going to check my brush, make sure there's not too much bronzer, wipe it off on my hand. And then I'm just going to blend that out a bit. And that looks pretty good. And now we're going to move on to highlighter. Said that weird? Highlighter. And this one's like gold, I think. I'm pretty sure this is one I was looking for and I thought it was the wrong one this whole time. It's the Milani Sun Glow / Luminescence Solar Strobe Light in the shade 03. And I really like this highlight. it's really like, it's nothing that I have before. Like, all my highlights are usually like pink based, because pink's my favorite color, and that's all I used to want to explore and expand. But then I found this highlight and I was like, I'm never going back to anything else because I just love it that much. So that's one thing that I really like. And then I'm actually going to get, I think I just wiggled the camera, another brush real quick. I'm going to use a clean brush when I find one. I'm going to use this brush, which is not one of my favorite brushes. It's one of the crappier Makeup Revolution brushes. I only have like 3 double-ended brushes, and one of them is clearly Mono Renaissance. And I'm actually just going to highlight my brow with it. And I will finish off my brows because clearly my foundation took off some of it. And you can't have brows with, or you can't have this kind of look without brows. Gotta have something. And now that I realize this, I actually have like a bold spot underneath my eyebrow where there's like no powder or like anything. So I'm just gonna take my finger to it and like dab it in there so I don't disturb hopefully any of the other eyeshadows. That looks pretty good to me. And then I'm just going to go back in with my eyebrow brush and fix that real quick, and I'll be right back. Hey guys, so I know a lot has changed, at least I'm pretty sure it will be changed in the footage. So I tried adding to my eyebrows, but as you can see, they're still not as filled out as they could be, I guess. I'm still learning how to do that properly. I also smoked out my bottom eyelid, but I'm not sure how I like it. And then I do have lipstick on. I think that if I were to choose a different lipstick, it wouldn't be one that was so pink. It would be more of a nude lip color, but I don't own a nude lip color, so this pink is what's gonna have to work. But other than that, I really like this look. I think it's something different. I think for like something fun and a little more unique, this definitely goes along with unique. I think like a date night, or maybe going out to the movies, dinner, movies, something like that, this would be really cool with. If you're hanging out with your girlfriends, going on a night on the town, maybe this would be fun and different. And it's not super like black, although when I did smoke out my lower lash line, I smoked it out with this NYX Raven single eyeshadow. I've actually had this for like a couple years. The glass is completely broken, or not glass, but the plastic completely popped out. But I absolutely love this because if you look, it's like a little bow, and it was like a limited edition, I guess, kind of thing. And then when I was looking for that eyeshadow, I also found my LA strobe light powder in the shade 80 Watt, which was the highlighter I was talking about earlier, and that's what I used on my inner corner and underneath my brow bone, but it probably won't show up. But I did save the best for last to remain on camera, which was the setting spray, because I always find it interesting watching other beauty gurus, like Casey Holmes or Todd T. Westbrook or the Glam Life Guru, doing their setting spray, because everybody does it a little bit differently, and I think it's kind of interesting to see how many pumps someone does, or how far close they do it to their face. So anyways, yeah, here I go. Alright, that's definitely good, done. I'm actually going to use my BH Cosmetics case covering, fan myself. white. So yeah, I really definitely like this look. I think, like I said, it's fun, it's flirty, it's different. I think Google did a good choice with me, like gave me some good options. Um, Being able to do this, I think, is really cool because a lot of the times the challenges are like, uh, try this with this makeup brand or this makeup product, and this is literally any makeup product you have, but just replicating a photo in your own interpretation, which I think is really cool. I really like the brown and how that played a role in it. I got that from like the darker skin tones that were there, like her, like these two girls, or it's the first one and the third one. And then I like how I chose the black from the dress and most of the girls' hair for the underline, waterline, I guess. And then I really like how the pink, even though it's not matching the baby pink that most of these girls are wearing, it definitely is a lighter pink. A lot of times when I see girls wearing pink, it's almost non-existent, or it's this bright fuchsia pink, and I think this is somewhere in the middle, which I really, really like. And also, I think I might get back into the practice of eyeliner. I keep on looking at my mirror, which is right here, and noticing it, and I really honestly like it. And I think the reason why I don't like it most of the times is because I'm not used to applying it, so it's very difficult for me to apply it, if that makes sense. But I think I'm going to be trying it some more, just to see if I get back into practice, because that's all I used to wear was eyeliner, like thick black eyeliner. In like the 8th grade, I thought I was like the baddest bitch in town, but I'm not, so no, seriously. All jokes aside, I'm really glad to be back on YouTube, and I'm really happy to be with the community. And I keep on forgetting to announce this, but we are 2 subscribers away from a local giveaway. Basically, once I reach 50 subscribers, for anybody in the 98632 zip code or Cowlitz County, Washington, Cowlitz County, will be allowed to participate in the giveaway. And basically, it's going to be makeup products and a few, maybe 1 or 2 other items that are not like makeup products. Like, for instance, I might buy one of these and put it in the giveaway, but then I might include like a gift card or like a personalized note or something, or an autograph, I don't know, something. But I need to get to 50 subscribers first, because that's my goal. I told myself that to celebrate my first milestone, in my opinion, my first milestone is 50 subscribers. So once I get those 2 more subscribers, anybody who lives in the 98632 zip code or the not Longview. Well, I guess now you know I live in Longview, Washington, but in the Cowlitz County, Washington area. Alright, well, thank you for watching this Beauty Bitching Tuesday, and I also, in the next few weeks, will have a new segment coming up on Thursdays, so if you like that, you should definitely comment down below and make a guess. Maybe I'll do something special if someone guesses what it's supposed to be. Alright, I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Bye!